anyone who has the audacity to deny the power of the Almighty God, stay away from such people. 2 Timothy chapter number 3 from verse number 4. Traitors, hardy, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Because if anyone can deny the power, either they have never had an encounter with God, or they themselves have been faking from the beginning. A man I met from Canada in Durban about this time says to me, "Did you know that the devil cannot give any gifts?" After hearing me preach. And I say, "Why do you say so?" And he says the devil only recruits men of God. He cannot give them any gifts. That is why the devil waits for you to start in ministry. He never comes before you start, because he knows he must first find out what God has given you, and then come at that moment once he sees the gift of God that is in you. That is why it is dangerous to deny the power of the Almighty God. And I'll tell you why. Because when Saul was anointed, David could not touch him. Do you know why? Even though he had turned against the Almighty God. Why? Because he knows that once God has anointed you, even if you turn away, because the anointing has been given by God. So now if you touch such a person, then you will be fighting with the Almighty God himself. So that is why now Paul writes in this portion to Timothy and says, those people who are denying the power, anyone who denies the power of God means that he has never had an encounter with God. Because any person who has encountered the power of the Almighty God will never have a nerve to say it is fake or it is not true. Because he says having a form of godliness, which means now these are people that are in our midst that pretend to be of God, but are actually not of God, because they deny the power of the living God. So he says, stay away from such people. Some of you will have heard me testify saying I was healed of cancer and some other things that I was healed from. Who did God use to do those things? He used men of God that were preaching in front of me. Yes, God has used me also to pray for other people, but God has used other men of God to pray for me. So never ever in your life be involved with people who will deny the power of the Almighty God, because then